It's a long road. I started on drugs at an early age, and I found myself in and out of jail and in and out of prison, and always getting out and wondering how I'd wind back up in the same circumstances over and over again. And it wasn't until this last time when I finally surrendered to the Lord Jesus that my life began to change.
I have struggled with addiction since the age of 14. And I had two periods of sobriety. The first was when I had my oldest two children, and the second was when I had my youngest child. I then had a bout with stage 3 cancer and fell off the wagon. And that fall was rather hard. It led me to prostitution, to stealing, to whatever means were necessary to support my drug habit. I was very depressed and very distraught over what my life was, that I couldn't get off of the drugs, and I tried to commit suicide 3 different times. Finally, I went to prison where God delivered me from my addiction.
I started doing meth, and by the time I was 19, I was an everyday user. I spent the next several years in and out of jail. Caught a felony when I was 22. Eventually, I just couldn't pass my drug test for probation, and in 2008, I caught my final charge, which was a DWI. The judge court ordered me to go to rehab, and whenever I got to rehab, I decided that I didn't want to live like that anymore.
I was always, like I say, just lost and meandering through life, not really knowing where I was going. But, by the grace of God and good mentorship and leadership, then I was able to get a firm foundation and get established.
And then when I got out, I was accepted into the Texas Reach Out Ministry, and it has been a big blessing to me. This is like my second family and my second chance.
When I got out of treatment, I didn't have any options. I could either go back to living the way I was or choose a different path, and that's where when I chose to go to Texas Reach Out.
Through Texas Reach Out Ministry, it offers a new foundation, a new start, and with people that gives you the principles and the guidelines to enough freedom where you don't feel enclosed, but then enough regulations where you're held accountable.
So we had the 2 Bible studies every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we also went to church on Sundays. And I feel like the structure makes a firm foundation for us to make it on our own, and I've continued on that. And I honestly think that without that type of help and encouragement, I wouldn't be where I am today.
But my walk was not strong. My faith was not strong. My faith is stronger than it ever has been in my entire life. My relationship, my one-on-one relationship with Jesus is, he's my best friend, my comforter, my provider.
And through Jesus, but until I got sober and moved into Texas Reach Out, I never had that relationship. And through Texas Reach Out, I learned how to build that relationship, and the loving, kind God that He was, and not the punishing and judgmental God that I had turned Him into during my using years. And so I left Texas Reach Out. I stayed there for 2 years, almost exactly 2 years. During that time, I was able to save and get a car, and I started a job at a bakery, and now I am an HR and payroll specialist for a huge company.
I work a lot and I go to school, but I have an excellent roommate.
I'm in a good church in Temple, serving in the church. Actually, I'm starting this Sunday. I'm going to be an usher, serving in it, and His hand's always there to lead, and it's just, amazing, and I'm just waiting to see what He's got for me next, because it's been wonderful and awesome so far.